I'm not in a good place. I'm losing my mind. Monaco broke me. For the first week, I didn't even stay here. I couldn't afford it. Every day I'd cross the border from France, chasing a story in one of the richest places on earth. Eventually I found a tiny boat I could afford. No Wi-Fi, no phone reception, just a little cabin. And it was so hot I didn't really sleep. Everything here exists on another level. Around 1 in 3 people are millionaires. I got into exclusive events. I met people who lived in a world so far removed from mine that half the time I didn't even know how I ended up in there. And the people were mostly lovely. They welcomed me into their homes, onto their boats, into their lives, and they'll always be my friends. This journey has been one of the greatest experiences of my life. It's also been relentless. Every week it's another country, another deadline, another story. I'm living out of a suitcase. I'm working day and night. Back home there are things that are going on that I'm not ready to talk about, and that's always on my mind. You never know how much weight someone is carrying before you add to it. The deeper I got, the more I realized I wasn't finding a story, I was just chasing access. One more invitation, one more mansion, one more yacht, one more person who might finally lead me somewhere. Instead, I found myself doing things I didn't like or recognize, playing a game I didn't want to fucking play, trying to impress people that I did not need to impress. Every night I'd return to that tiny boat, no reception, no sleep, just the heat, the silence, the growing feeling that I had completely lost control of what I was doing. There's no story, you know what I mean? I've got these millionaires taking me on fucking boats, you know, and doing this and that. There's no story. So I'm completely losing my mind. I came here looking for a story. Instead, I find out what happens when chasing one becomes more important than telling it.
And you know, I live in a very conservative state. Utah is very conservative. Most of the time, they don't say a word, and they just, if our leaders went for it, it's okay. But for the first time, I've heard people on both sides of the political spectrum saying, let's hang on a minute.
You did vote for the guy who started a war in Iran. I hate to break it to you. Anyhow,
Well, we're back at it.
Is this a fun interaction for you? This is a nice symbol of the whole, data centers uniting people. In that room, everybody was on the same side. Out of that room, a certain somebody started arguing with somebody else about other politics in the parking lot. Just a random person they were arguing.
Oh, she was saying the most stupid things.
No, she wasn't. No, she wasn't. You just are misinformed.
I use the term conservative differently than I did before.
So we're thinking we'll skip tomorrow?
Like, in Utah, we need to be conservative about water. I think the AI now is the fracking of the old age, where we want to get in and get as much money as we possibly can and then get out because it's going to collapse. So I think what we're building now, in 5 years, we won't even be using. But by then, the damage will be done because we can't get the land back.
It's my opinion that the public officials who have approved it and that the developers who have proposed it themselves do not understand the scale of what they've proposed. This data center and co-located power plant would be depositing about 23 atomic bombs worth of energy thermal energy in the valley every single day. Day after day, year after year, decade after decade when it's operational. And that's another thing people have an understanding of. That seems like it's a lot of energy. It is. I got a little pushback on that. People said, oh, you're fear-mongering by bringing up atomic bombs. And, I thought about that. And I've decided I like the analogy because, yes, you're correct. That is a scary amount of energy. And so, and one should be deeply concerned about that. They're not trying to cure cancer or solve climate change or improve scientific research or education. They're trying to make profit for their investors. I don't think anyone argues that with a straight face.
You know what this land needs? A mega Walmart.
Sometimes I read mean comments on the internet, and it does hurt my feelings. But more than anything, it just makes me think, far out, some of you freaks really need to touch grass. But I wouldn't give advice before trying it first. Can touching grass make me a happier, less hateful person? Thankfully, I'm in Lithuania with some very, very happy pagans.
Lietuvių mitologijoje yra labai daug dievų nuo pagonybės laikų prieš krikščionybės priėmimą. Ir mes kiekvienu tuo tikime ir šaukiame pagalbos dėl sveikatos, dėl savo ir artimųjų gerovės.
Lithuania was the last place in Europe to be conquered by Christianity in the 14th century. But today, some villages are still keeping pagan traditions alive. Can these ancient principles deliver me from online evil?
Now he wants to whip you. Lay down on the front. He needs more naked body.
After being washed and fed, it was starting to feel like maybe I'd become a human sacrifice.
If it's one bite.
And on to the main event, a 5 a.m. forest ceremony.
Tai dabar tau reikia susirinkti gėlių savo karūnai. Turi eiti 9 žingsnius ir paimti gėlę.
What is it that you want? What are your desires? What are your fears? The flowers can tell you that.
My desire is to stop getting cyberbullied, but I wasn't sure if there was a flower for that.
We would like to take a moment for us to compose our thoughts, to awaken our body, to have a little body movement so we could be more aligned and more awakened for this ceremony. Connecting with the Mother Earth. So because the wind is not as strong at the present, we're gonna evoke it.
And now to awaken our inner voices.
More.
Keep doing it, baby.
You can do it. More and more. Better. Your voice is better now.
After finding my inner voice and letting go of some ancient Reddit-related anger, I had to do some honest self-reflection.
Išverstų žinau, kad praeities klaidos yra mano asmeninės pažangos variklis. What is a mistake what you repeated?
Multiple videos that don't really hit the mark. And honestly, the sound is usually a bit fucked up. People think they're not deep enough. Remember I said?
But
you like entertainment.
Yes.
When Bruce Beresford said that I was a woman obsessed with sex, that was just pushing me on the right path. He's a very big Oscar-winning director.
Sounds like he knows what he's talking about.
Turi atsiriboti būtent nuo tos nuoskaudos, kad aš kažkam neįtinku, ne daryti tai, ką tu nori, bet vat.
We have the dust of amber, so just take some time to think, what is it that You want to let go from whatever is holding you back, and then you put it right in the fire.
I genuinely did think about what I wanted to burn. And originally I wanted to burn the hopes and dreams of Reddit users at Holio, at You Got This One, and at Roman Archetype. But instead, I burnt the desire to ever waste another second of my beautiful life on a message board. I'd much rather touch grass.
A lighthouse does not bargain with the sea. It does not still the wind, nor quiet the waves, nor summon dawn before its hour. She just shines. The calling is the smaller thing, to keep the lamp, tend the flame, to stand. For 23 years I charged the light. Every morning asked the same of itself. Watch the water, the weather, trim the light, again, again, and again. It is a curious thing. Our purpose often wears the clothes of repetition. For we imagine meaning to arrive with trumpets, with grand discoveries, with some remarkable event. Yet more often it enters softly, in the wiping off a lens, the faithful hand returning to the career it knows by heart. For without her, career is but work. A life is built the very same, not by the moments of historic memory, but by the thousand quiet duties history never sees. Seas and tides rise, make no distinction, yesterday and tomorrow. It asks no man who he was. It only begins again. Some days it's beginning with stillness, smooth as polished sea glass. Others with wind that bend the horizon and waves that climb the sky. Neither calm nor tempest ever stayed, but the light did. I've watched fishermen disappear beyond the headland, their faith exhausted to a being they scarcely think about. An artist may never meet the stranger their work quietly accompanies. The keeper, too, was known by almost no one, and yet, through countless nights, my labor was maybe written, not in praise, but in safe arrivals. We do not master life by conquering every storm. We master it, if master we can, by tending to what has been entrusted to us. For the finest work is seldom loud. To be steadfast when the weather turns, to keep faith when no applause is heard, to tend the light though no ship be seen. For none of us can command the wind nor calm the sea, but each of us in our own small keeping may guard a single flame and hold it high enough that someone, somewhere beyond the darkness, might find their way home.
You say we home, Jayden?
Good, yeah.
The year is 2026. I've spent most of a decade on the road, and I've almost finished the craziest adventure so far. I've relished every moment, but I'm ready for the road home.
Hello, sweetheart. Beautiful.
I used to know what home was, but with time away, the feeling has been lost. I only lived with the Bedouin nomads for a few days, but they too were on a journey back home.
احنا بدو عايشين في الصحراء من مئات السنين. ويوم تكونوا بدو عرب ساكنين نكون 5 بيوت 6 بيوت، وبعض الأحيان تكون فيه ربيع في ديرة بعيدة جوا ربيعها طيب ونروح فيها. والطبيعة هي اللي تودينا احنا مع الطبيعة. ويجي الصيف علينا، لما يجي الصيف المية لازم نقرب للبلد، نقرب للمية. وإذا كان ربيع نروح على نمشي وراء الكلا وبسبب السياحة يعني من 30 سنة وجاي البدو باعوا الغنم وباعوا البل. احنا سبب انقطاع الناس عن حياة البادية اللي هو السياحة. لما جت السياحة
في القرية ما حد يسأل عنك ولا حد يدري عنك.
وجت الأمور هذه أثرت على السياحة، فما في سياحة. وفي ناس كثير باع المخيم واشترى غنم واشترى بل يرجع لحياة البدو والآباء والأجداد، ولكن البدو يحبوا الحياة الحقيقية. يا هذا كويس لما أنت تترحل يعني من مكان إلى آخر، هذا شيء جميل جدا وتشعر
تتريح عندك، تتغير.
كل شهرين 3 في مكان آخر، تحن للمكان هذا ترجع للمكان هذا. لما نرحل من الديرة هذه نحزن يوم الرحيل عليها، ولكن إن نقول إن شاء الله السنة الجاية تكون ربيع ونرجع فيها. أنت لما تشوف نفس جيرانك اللي قبل أنت وياهم متجاورين وتفارقتوا ورجع جاء ربيع ثاني وشفتوا نفس جيرانك ورجعوا لكم، أنت تفرح فيهم، يحبوا يرجعوا حياتهم الحقيقية رغم أن ما فيها.
Have I been looking at the idea of home all wrong? Is it really one place, or the people in it? I'll always love telling stories around the world, and it's always going to pull me away from the home I once knew so well. And I'm not sure I'll ever come to terms with that. I wonder when I find this time capsule 20 years from now, what will home look like then?
Buranın Neolitik döneme ait bir yer olduğunu, ilk başladığımızda bizim buranın 10.500 yıllık bir tarihi vardı. Ben arkeolog değilim, ben buranın güvenliği, bekçisiyim. Bu arkadaşlarımız geldiklerinde köyümüzde burada kazı yapıyorlardı kendileri. Biz tamamen kendilerine bağlı olarak öyle söyleyeyim. Ben o adamlara sürekli yol gösterdim burada. Hepsinin kardeş gibi yaşadık biz. Ben ilk önce böyle şeylerin böyle hikaye olduğunu düşünüyordum. Ama işin içine girdikten sonra bağlayıcı, sürükleyici bir şey. Arkeolojiden mi bahsediyorum? Bizim burası em aşması dediğimiz yer, en çok buluntuyu bulduğumuz yerlerden birisi. İnsanların toplu tuvalet kültürlerinin olduğunu gördük. İnsan dışkılarını, hangi hastalıkları var, ne yemişler, ne içmişler, hepsini burada onu öğrenmiş olduk. Bu evler bizim yukarıda bulduğumuz açmalardaki bulduğumuz evlerin tabanına bir uygun şekilde, birebir uygun bir şekilde yapılmış yerlerdir. Buraya aşağı biz birebir ziyaretçiye açık bir şekilde olması için bunu böyle yaptık. Bu kırılmış obsidyen parçalarından birisi. Bunu bir bıçak gibi düşünebiliriz çünkü bayağı bir işlem görmüş. Ben gece gündüz burada sürekli görevimin başındayım. Yatsam bile ben uykumun arasında ben köpeğin ayak sesini duyabilecek kapasiteye sahip bir insan. Bu belimdeki silah her zaman için yanımda durur. Bu da babamın bana teberliği. Aynı zamanda bunu İsmet İnönü babama hediye etmiş. Bu benim gece kullandığım malzeme. Gündüz taşıması biraz zor. Gelen giden ziyaretçi de böyle huylanmasın. İsterseniz bakalım bir tane.
didn't ask him to do that.
2006 yılından 2023 yılına kadar ben buradaydım. 17 yıl. 2023 yılından bugüne kadar şimdi emekliyim. Bizim burada Liverpool Üniversitesi'nin görevi bitmiş oldu. Onlar gittikten sonra belediyeye geçti. Ben 17 yıldan sonra bizim belediyemiz burayla hiç ilgilenmediler. Belediye suyu da kesti, elektriği de MEDAŞ kesti. Bunun ödenmese ben kendi cebimden ödeyecek halim yok ki. Yani ben de acın yatıp gücün kalkan bir insanım. Yani ben bunu acizlik falan olarak söylemiyorum, kızdığım için söylüyorum. Ben buraya 17 yıl emek verdim ben. Buranın ben tahrip olmasam ben dayanamam. Biz buraya kendimiz gelmesek burası herkes tahrip edecek. Belki de daha ileride bilmiyorum ben, yeni bir arkeolog talip olursa buldukları malzemeyle, buldukları çıkarttıkları evlerden belki de bizim burası UNESCO'ya dahil olacak. 17 yıl boyunca buraya yani yüzlerce kişi geldiler gittiler. Yani neden bu kadar boş bırakıldı? Neden böyle oldu? Ben kendimi buraya borçlu hissediyorum. Ben burayı korumakta kendimi borçlu hissediyorum.